It is a crisp winter morning in the English Channel.
That's us there, look.
These waters in sight of the lights of Brixham and Devon are heavily contested.
The French want to be here, the Belgians want to be here, the Dutch want to be here. They all want to be here, don't they?
But as the crew of the trawler, the girl Deborah, drop their nets, they're hoping it will be Brexit that delivers their biggest catch in decades. For years, British fishing has been in decline. Skipper Dave Driver says now is the chance for a new beginning.
Hopefully it's a big change for the industry. A lot of fishermen are hoping it's going to be a big change because we've been sold down the river 40 years ago by Heath. So we just want a bit of what is ours back.
The fishermen here say they should be able to catch more. And it's unrealistic for Brussels to think it can continue with the status quo.
We think we're dealt a raw deal. Obviously, we think we should have more quota, not for the French and the Belgians. They've got a lot more quota than we got. Yes, they've got a bigger fishing fleet, but it's in our waters. And if we can get the 6 mile extended to the 12, smaller boats like this should prosper.
It may seem odd for an island nation, but under current arrangements, 60% of British fish is caught by the European fleet.
Although fishing plays only a tiny part in the UK economy, it has had an outsized role in the whole Brexit saga. Yes, on one level, it's about catching fish, it's about competition from the European fleet and the issue of quotas, but it's much more than that. For leavers, what happens on this boat is less about what comes up in the nets and more about what it signifies, and that is the restoration of sovereignty.
Fishing for a seafaring nation touches the national psyche, but romance and nostalgia may have to be pushed aside. At Brixham Market, last night's catch is up for auction. But frictionless trade remains important for this part of the business.
We have some fears because of the borders and things like that, but we're hoping we can work with our European partners in making sure that this fish ends up at its final destination, because the majority of this fish does end up on our European friends' plates.
And that is the Brexit conundrum. It may be for UK negotiators that access to the EU is more important than keeping European fishermen out of British waters.
The fishing industry is the acid test of Boris Johnson's government in number 10. The industry was sacrificed in the early 70s for other objectives of government. So it's entirely for Whitehall and government departments to decide where their priorities are. And the industry could be sacrificed again.
And that industry, which voted overwhelmingly in favour of Brexit, will soon find out if the promises made by politicians will be honoured. But if quotas and fishing rights are linked to a wider trade deal, they may not end up with what they voted for. Alex Rossi, Sky News, Brixham.